Changes in body proportion. Certain small body areas proportionately grow big. This can be seen in feet and hands. During childhood, legs grow proportionately more than the trunk. But at the time of puberty, trunk also lengthens. Also, the trunk broadens at the hip and shoulder, thus giving the adult proportion to the body. At the age of puberty, the shoulders of boys are generally broadened as a result of growth. In girls, the region below the waist becomes wider. In boys, the muscles of the body grow more prominently than in girls. Thus, changes occurring in adolescent boys and girls are different. Primary sex characteristics. The reproductive organs of boys and girls become fully functional at the time of puberty. Testes and ovaries are called the primary sex organs of the male and female respectively. In boys, testes grow larger, followed by an increase in the length and size of the reproductive organ. Similarly, the female reproductive organ also grows during puberty. Thus, the size of the uterus and the weight of the ovaries increase during this time. Secondary sex characteristics. Secondary sex characteristics are the physical features that distinguish males from females. After the progression of puberty, boys and girls become dissimilar in appearance. The secondary sex characters are regulated by the hormones, the testosterone or androgen, secreted by the testes of the males, and estrogen, secreted by the ovaries of the females. Androgens cause the growth of the larynx, muscle development, skeletal size, and distribution of the body and pubic hair, and stimulation of sweat glands. Estrogen and progesterone are the female sex hormones. Estrogen stimulates the development of the breast, the external genitalia, pubic and axillary hairs, and the distribution of body fat. Voice change. Why does the voice of the boys crack during their teenage? At puberty, the voice box or the larynx begins to grow. Boys develop larger voice boxes. The growing voice box in boys can be seen as a protruding part of the throat called the Adam's apple. In girls, the larynx is hardly visible from the outside because of its small size. Generally, girls have a high-pitched voice, whereas boys have a deep voice. In adolescent boys, sometimes the muscles of the growing voice box go out of control and the voice becomes hoarse. This state may remain for a few days or weeks, after which the voice becomes normal. Increased activity of sweat and sebaceous glands. During puberty, the secretion of sweat glands and sebaceous glands, that is oil glands, increases. Many young people get acne and pimples on the face at this time because of the increased activity of these glands in the skin. Hair. Immediately after the development of primary sex characteristics, pubic hair appears, followed by axillary and facial hair. The boys begin to grow facial hair, that is moustaches and beards. Boys also develop hair on their chests. Girls show the following secondary sex characteristics at the time of puberty. Due to the enlargement of the pelvic bone and the development of subcutaneous fat, the hip becomes wider and rounder in girls. After the enlargement of the hips, the breasts begin to develop during this time. An increase in muscles takes place which gives shape to shoulders, arms and legs. Pubic hair appears, followed by axillary and body hair on the limbs. The voice becomes shrill and voice breaks are rare among girls. The skin becomes coarser and the pores enlarge as in the case of boys. Oil-producing glands become active, causing acne on the face. reaching mental, intellectual, and emotional maturity. Adolescence is also a period of change in a person's way of thinking. Adolescents are more independent than before and are also self-conscious. Intellectual development takes place and they tend to spend considerable time thinking. It is often the time in one's life when the brain has the greatest capacity for learning. Sometimes, however, an adolescent may feel insecure while trying to adjust to the changes in the body and mind. But as adolescent learners, you should know that there is no reason to feel insecure. These changes are a natural part of growing up.